Alex Revell, you said you've had a very good week. It's just got a little bit better.
Yes, it finishes off an excellent week. To be honest, after the result of Carlisle, we've had a real good week, solid week's training, being able to implement more ideas that obviously we wanted to get into the players. And I've got to be honest, I think at times today we moved on another level. I personally believe from last week, some of the bits of play, and we just lacked that killer edge. I think that in the box and that final ball. But the build up to that was excellent, and I think these are games probably in the past that we probably would have drawn, and I think that shows how far we've come. That yes, we get the penalty to win it, but we've also been on the back of some decisions where we haven't got those. So delighted with the win because the players deserve that. We spoke about standards and every day making sure you come in and you give everything, and what they're getting their rewards for doing that, because this time of year it's hard sometimes, especially when you're playing teams that are fighting for survival. But the attitude and the professionalism of everyone was excellent.
I mean, they made it difficult for you, didn't they? But the pleasing thing was you had to find a way, and you found it.
Yeah, we did. It is tough to play against this team. They're extremely hard working, very, very organised, and that's down to Rob and their manager. And you had to work hard to create chances. And I thought first half, like I said, our build up, and it was just that final ball that probably just lacked at times. But I always felt like we were a real threat, and without really on the other side of it, I don't remember them really having a chance. And obviously we get our goal, and whenever you want to have a possession team that plays and tries to create through finding your tens and getting the ball into those spaces and sliding your centre forwards, another team will have the ball at some point, and obviously they scored a goal that was a cross and a header that sometimes you just can't do anything about, but the way that the players bounce back without doubt shows their togetherness, the spirit, and what we've got here is something really special, and I really believe that we've come a really long way.
Luke Norris missed his last penalty here in the Stevenage shirt in his first game, but he made absolutely no mistake this time.
I think the big thing that probably people don't see in the game is his movement, his awareness, his hold-up play. It's hard sometimes to see it when you're not here. His movement today deserved a goal because we're working with him every day. We're working with Elliot, we're working with all the forwards every day on their movement, how they move, and he's worked so hard behind the scenes to make sure that he's doing that, as all of them have. And he really deserved that today because he could have been slid in several times. We turned it down, and they're the parts that we need to keep working on. But it probably shows again his confidence in his own game to step up and make sure he wins the game for us. And he, like I say, he deserves it because he's knuckled down and he's felt frustration because he hasn't scored as many goals as he wanted to. But he's getting his rewards now.
Up to 13th in the table, 8 points off the playoffs. Alex, are they on?
I think, like I've always said, I spoke to you before the game and I said I don't look at the table. I don't. And what we're doing is we're taking every game. We are, and it's such a cliche, but we really are. It's all we can do is work as hard as we can in the week. We've got a shorter week, obviously, this week leading up to the Easter weekend. And what we're seeing is such improvements in the performance. As long as the performances are as high as they are in terms of the levels and in terms of sticking to our principles, our identity, then these results will happen. And we're on a brilliant run. All credit to every single member of staff, all the players, for knuckling down and really working as hard as they can to make sure that these results keep happening. And I actually just said in there that probably for the first time in a very long time, you've got to still appreciate these wins. They're not easy in League Two. They're really not. And you've got to enjoy them. That's why we do it. We've been too long. Last year was we felt the pain last year. Now all of a sudden, right, let's make sure we enjoy them because it's a really good feeling, and I hope everyone's proud of the team that aren't here. We all wish you were here to see it because we know that you'd be enjoying what we're doing. But we know that we are pushing as hard as we can to get this club as far as we can.
Well done today, Alex. Thanks.